Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of me talking about bipolar recovery in me, making it personal of course. What else can I do? Today is my first day where I'm on less medication than I have been for the past 6 years. So last night I took 400 milligrams of lithium carbonate instead of 600. To some of you that might seem like a big jump, but because of the kind of options of medication that we have here in France, I couldn't go to 500. So what we're doing instead is one day I'm taking 600, the next day I'm taking 400, 600, 400, 600, 400, like that, so that when you kind of even out the flow of what I'm taking, it'll seem like in my blood I've got actually 500 milligrams inside my blood. So I do feel quite weird today because I know that no changes would actually be noticed, because in the past I've actually had up to 2 days maximum where I haven't taken any medication, and I know that that hasn't had any adverse effects with me. You know, if I forgot it on holiday or whatever and then I had to get some more medication, it didn't do anything. You know, I couldn't feel any change. But so it's like I'm waiting for something. You know, I know this is only day one, but day 3 I don't know what's going to come about, because that will be in a new realm for me of having less in my system, and it takes about 24 to 48 hours for lithium to really properly reduce in your blood, because it does kind of go out of your system quite quickly through your urine and various things. So only at day 3 really will my blood really notice that I'm on 500 and not 600. Now, from past experience, that may or may not take me out of the therapeutic range. I might be like tilting on the edge there of 0.4 in my blood. So we shall see what happens with that. So last night, before taking my medication before bed, so having been to the doctor who said, yep, you can go ahead with this, I'm confident that you can give it a go now, and tu te lances, they say in French, which I like. Je me lance, which means I'm throwing myself into it, throwing myself forward, taking that risk. Yeah, I was rather excited because I was like, oh my god, this day has finally arrived. It's actually happening. And then when it came to actually taking one whole pill instead of a pill and a half to make up my 600 milligrams, you know, I was making up 400 milligrams, I was just taking one. It did feel very odd to be taking less. Yeah, that was strange. So anyway, went to bed feeling quite tired and less excited, just quite tired really. It had been, I don't know, an important day, and I didn't go to bed too late, and I'd had a really good healthy raw meal with my family which I'd made. I wanted to start off on the right foot, but I noticed in the night that I did wake up at one point. I didn't check what time it was or anything, and I felt that my heart was beating quite fast, and so I feel like my body and my mind knows that something's going on here, something's afoot, something's changing, but I was able to very easily go back to sleep again, so you know, it's not something to worry about, like lack of sleep can be with bipolar and becoming high. And then this morning I woke up and I felt really nervous. I was like, ooh, I feel nervous. So I was kind of working with that sensation. It's kind of a physical sensation of nerves, during my yoga practice, which I actually probably did about 2.5 hours in the end. It wasn't going to be that long, but I just kind of felt like continuing, and I was able to because of my working hours at the moment. And so I just kind of kept going until the right moment to stop, really. But yeah, I was able to, through relaxation, through body scans, through sending my sensations down to my kind of root chakra, base chakra, and out through my legs and out through my feet, and just kind of keep on doing that. And then moving on to this lovely mantra that I listen to sometimes, and I really like it. I can put a link on for you if you're interested. And my osteopath actually suggested it to me, and it's this wonderful guru who I hadn't heard of, but she's a lady, and she was born enlightened, which you might think, oh, most babies are, aren't they? But you know, from age 3, she was, you know, sitting in trance-like situations. You know, her physical body was in a trance, and so she would just be experiencing the cosmos, or whatever you want to call it, even from that age. And she's never come out of that state in her life. Well, now she's dead. She died a while ago. And so yeah, the link I'm going to show you, actually the sound quality isn't great, probably because it is so old, but she's got the most amazing voice that's so pure and almost naive, and young, but like it touches that part of you when you listen to her. But she's also like a mother. It's really weird. You have to see it. You have to hear it to know what I mean. And it's almost like her voice is stroking you and saying, it's all going to be okay. It's all going to be fine. And I actually did that sitting instead of lying down, because I felt that I was relaxed enough in a sitting posture to just take in her mantra easily, and just, yeah, takes me off to another place, another zone, don't know how to explain it really. And then I think I stood and did some rooting down just from standing, which I do quite a lot at the moment, just to kind of get my pelvis behaving in the right, you know, moving downwards in the right direction. And as soon as it tilts in the right direction, you know, I can feel my energy changes in my body completely, and it's going right down through my legs to my feet rather than kind of staying up higher in my body, and it kind of makes me more physically open, and I kind of, at the moment, feeling like rotations that are circular, or coming one way and another, almost a bit kind of figure of 8-ish, like the infinity symbol was kind of coming to me. So I was doing that with my hips, and sometimes I do it within my stomach, or my head, like anywhere where it just feels like I need to, I want to. And this isn't something I'm forcing, it's coming to me. And I think that's important, because if you do yoga and you do have a mental health illness, then force of any kind, really, I'm finding isn't beneficial, helpful, necessary in any way, shape or form, whether that force is something that you're trying to achieve in the mind with thoughts, or whether that force is something to do with a physical part of you. And I think that the osteopath sessions that I've been having, no force is needed, because what he does in the session allows you to open up in a way that maybe I couldn't have done on my own without his help. So he does whatever's right in that moment, and you know, I trust that he's doing what is needed for me in that moment in time. And then when I get to the mat and do yoga, things naturally are opening and changing and evolving in their own way. So force doesn't come into it. It's not needed. So yeah, without force, my nervous feelings just dissipated, disappeared somewhere into the ether. And when I came to sitting right at the end of my yoga session, I felt totally grounded, totally still, totally steady, totally centred, totally ready for my day to start. And I think that's pretty cool, pretty amazing that I can have these strange feelings that, you know, I haven't felt nervous for years. Why would I feel nervous? I haven't needed to feel nervous, but it happened this morning, so I was able to you know, feel the sensation and notice it, be aware of it, and then through my postures, through my movements and my breathing and a little bit of chanting I did today, but just the Om sound came to me. No specific mantras. That all went. And actually right at the end, because I was very present the whole time for 2 hours, really, really present, meaning that really I didn't have any thoughts in my mind at all. I was so focused on sensations and my physical body and energy that no thoughts were coming, which hasn't always been the case in the last month and a half. In fact, sometimes there's just been way too many thoughts, and it's been really difficult to handle my thoughts at times. So yeah, that's pretty cool that there weren't any. And then right at the end, I had this moment where something emotional opened up inside me, relating to something that's been going on, I suppose, for a year and a half. And I know that it's been there, and I know that it's kind of been maybe a bit upsetting, but it's something that I've been able just to kind of shelve and put away. And then this morning it came out, and I cried more than I might normally about it. And then after, I don't know, a minute or two or three, that was gone as well. And actually I did something about it. So then I wrote a message and kind of said hello and made contact with this person that it was relating to. So yeah, that's another thing that I think is really helpful. So when something occurs to you that you want to do and achieve or experience, then just do it. So there was nothing stopping me from going ahead and writing that message. It felt like the right time, the right moment. I was in the right space. I knew what to say. I just put it down, sent it off. You know, I felt confident that that was the right thing to do. Whereas in the past, you know, I've obviously been holding on to it and not quite know how to deal with it, or it felt maybe a bit stuck, and it was, you know, sitting in there somewhere in my mind or my body. And yeah, off it went today, so that's good. And now I ate really late today, about 1 o'clock, more than that actually. I was doing lots of admin-based things this morning relating to my new car and paying taxes, and a friend came round to do some of her admin on my printer, and so we were doing that kind of thing. And I put on Keith Jarrett from the Colne concert, and there's just a part of one of those tracks that is just so beautiful. And she was like, "Oh, I used to pack all my bags when I was younger, travelling lots with my work, and I always used to put on this track, and this is what I used to listen to when I used to pack my bags." So yeah, we had a nice moment together, and she's my lovely neighbour. Anyway, I think that's it for now. yeah, so day 1 on less meds. I'll keep you informed and keep you on track of how things are going, because probably in a couple of days I might start feeling a little different, hopefully not in a scary way, yeah, see how it goes. Press the like if you're enjoying these with my new red scarf, da, 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 all the way from India from a friend. And subscribe if you want to know more about my progress, and hopefully bipolar recovery will be fully achieved. Fingers crossed! See you again soon. Bye.